All right, guys, today is a fun video. For those of you that don't know, I actually hit a deer with my F-150 Lightning. Crazy, I know. That deer's dead, though. I'll play a little footage for those of you who didn't see that. You could see me right there on the highway, and the deer is right there. It's on the interstate, too. And I ended up running right over it, caused a little bit of damage. But it's been a week now since actually being in my rental truck. This is a Ram 1500, so I'm stuck here driving a Ram, but I want to let you guys know, kind of compare it. I'm going to do a little comparison video. Basically, what do I like about it? What do I not like about the Ram? And I'll do that here in a little bit. But I did want to tell you, probably wondering how the truck is doing, so we're going to go over there and check on that too, so stay tuned. That's a little bit later in the video. We're going to go over there. I actually, since I've had this for a week, I'm going to have to go fill it up with gas. So let's go fill it up with gas now, and then I'll be right back with you, and we'll show you a little bit what I like and what I don't like about the Ram. All right, here I am getting ready to fill up my rental truck. Anyways, I haven't even done this in like a year and a half. I don't remember if I know how to still fill up a car with gas. Let's see what we got. Oh boy. What in the world? See? Please see cashier. That doesn't make any sense. It's not always a quick little fill up like everybody says. So let's go see the cashier and see what happens. There it goes, guys. That's about the same amount of money I would spend in a week. Right there. Just going up. Up and up and up. Guys, this is torture. I have been spoiled by not having to spend very much money to drive. But we're going to see how many miles this estimates on the dash whenever we get back in. So maybe it'll be a little bit better. But 52 already? Oh my gosh. It just keeps going up. It needs to click off soon. That's a lot. It's a lot of money to spend driving around for 1 week. 1 week. So far, anyways. I may have to go get an economy car or something. $80. And it's still going. Oh my gosh. $88.43. That bugged me so much, I dropped the phone. Look at that. $88. Okay, guys. $88. $88.43. I loaded up with 23.27 gallons. My goodness. This actually, it reminds me, it's not anything different than what I used to do, although I had a Bronco Sport before this, before my F-150, so it didn't actually take that many gallons, and it got pretty good gas mileage. But this is crazy. Now, I will give it, it actually shows up, if you look here, it actually shows up as 450 miles of estimated range. All right, I'm gonna reset the trip here, and we're gonna go ahead and see how many miles we can get on this tank. See if the 447 now, it was 450, is accurate. After driving the Dodge, sorry for you Dodge owners, it's a Ram. It's really still a Dodge. Anyways, so driving the Ram around for a couple weeks here. So I wanted to give you actually a little bit of a review, see how this is doing and how it actually compares to driving the Lightning. So first of all, I will tell you I've never really driven a Ram truck before. Strangely enough, this is my first one. And I am not impressed. I'm impressed with a couple of things, but I'm not impressed overall. And I'm going to show you now a lot of the negative things, but I'm trying. I am really, really going to try to give this the most objective review as I can. And, but yeah, you just saw me at the gas station filling it up the first time, and yeah, that was pretty painful. But guess what? Now I have to go fill it up again. So that's the first negative I'm going to show you now. It said, so it's a positive and a negative, really, but it got 469 miles actually, and it's still saying 48 more to go. We got to go to a gas station now and fill that up. But that's actually not bad, you know, for a gas truck. But I'm not looking forward to spending another $88. Anyways, we'll do that after, and I'll cry then. But I'll go ahead and tell you, so that's one positive thing. Obviously, being a gas vehicle, it is going to go further, and there's more stations that are available. And it actually did seem to do better when I was driving it on the highway. If you noticed, it got 22 miles to the gallon, so not bad for a truck. The other thing that I do like about it is that it does have CarPlay, so that's a good thing. So basically it connects right there to the car, and that's good. And I'll go ahead and tell you about the other things that I think are kind of cool is, strangely enough, behind the steering wheel, it has like little buttons, and it's the audio. It has them on both sides, and it deals with the audio volume up and down. So that's kind of cool. You can do it as you're driving, and you don't have to like look for the switch. Well, I did have a Dodge Dart a while back, and that's pretty much crap, so don't get one of those. But it did have those buttons too, and I actually thought that was kind of a unique little feature. Something else that I do like too is they actually have a like multi-layered console here where you can kind of go in there, and then this moves back and forth. So a little bit more ingenuity in the cup holders. So that's kind of cool. And then another thing that's cool is they have a little cubby hole up here. You could put your phone out. So, you know, you could just set it there, and then if for some reason you're not connecting down here, you can actually put your phone up there. So that's kind of cool. So I'm really trying here, but I'm going to show you now. So I showed you a few things that I did like, but I'm going to show you now why I will never recommend to anybody to buy a Ram. So first and foremost, I actually think there's a couple things with this one in particular that are actually dangerous, that I wouldn't recommend anybody driving one. And here's the first thing. If you look down here, let me open the door here. So if you look down here, this right here to me is actually very dangerous. It's actually really close, so my foot is always rubbing up against the side here to push on the pedal. That should never happen. Now, if you look at the video, I'm going to play you a video now from last night. It was raining then a little bit too, and the headlights on this thing, they were not working very well. And this only has 18,000 miles on it, so it shouldn't be doing that. So that's a negative. So go ahead and look at that real quick. Oh my gosh. Man, these headlights are junk. I'm trying really, really hard to like this this Ram, but going through rain, and I have the windshield wipers on the highest that they'll go, and you know, the rain just kind of subsided a little bit more now, but man, it is hard to see the lines. It is like I'm having to go slower, like really slow. And this is just not fun. I am not having a good time trying to, it's like I can see the line, but only when it's like right in front of the truck. It's just so weird. Anyways, trying to enjoy this rental truck, but I am very much looking forward to having my Lightning back. Man, this is absolutely nuts. I double checked the headlights to see if they're on. Man, it's like you can't see anything in the rain. It looks like it's illuminating the signs a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. You get a little bit of a rainstorm here. This is the fastest the windshield wipers go, and I've driven the Lightning in all kinds of weather, from snow to rain to all kinds of storms and everything, and I feel very safe. Everything's illuminated. You get really great headlights, but this thing is like the worst. That is crazy. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, just driving at night, the headlights weren't working, the windshield wipers weren't working very well, all that kind of stuff. So I don't like that. So that's a safety thing for me. I would not buy one just because of those two things. But the pedal down here that I was just showing you, I drove a church van one time, a Dodge church van 20 years ago. It had a similar thing. It's like the transmission, it's like they leave a little bit more room for the tranny down there. I don't know, but it had the same problem where the pedal is just too close. It doesn't give you enough room for your foot. So Ram, if anybody from Ram is listening, I would highly encourage you to make that change. Just change that. Just move the pedal over a little bit, move both of them over, whatever you need to do. But that is a dangerous thing to me. Another thing interesting thing that they did with the rental cars, they don't have running boards. They don't even pop out, nothing. So that's kind of interesting. Another negative thing that I do not like about it at all are the seats. If you look here, you know, it's the Laramie trim, Laramie, whatever you want to call that. You know, so it's somewhat leather, so you would think they would be comfortable, but they're really not. You know, so this is a decent trim, you know, and there's a decent amount of room in the back, so I'll give it that. And it has the fold-up seats, so you could store something underneath there. And it has the double thing like this. But honestly, overall, I'm very unimpressed. Again, the seats, to me, seats being comfortable is like a number one. Those Ford seats are amazing. I miss my truck. So now I'm going to go fill this up with gas, go cry a little bit, take out another loan, sell some more plasma, something. Anyways, and then stay tuned. I'll show you how you're probably wondering how the Lightning's doing. So we're gonna go over there and check on that and see how that's doing. So here I am, filling up again. Even though this is going to be very negative, I will tell you before I start here, one thing I do actually like, and I know several cars have this, but I do like it where, you know, the pump, you don't have to have a gas cap. You just kind of put it in there and you pump it. So that, to me, is really, really good. So that's good. But the downside is that. Doesn't look too bad right now, but we'll see how it goes. And as you saw last time, it just kept going up and up and up. Man, I miss my truck. You know, this has only been a couple weeks. You know, people give the electric cars a hard time for how long it takes to charge, but I'll tell you what, I'm having to sit here this whole time that I'm having to sit here, this whole time that I'm talking to you, this whole time that it's racking up there. You know, I wouldn't have to spend any of this time if I had an electric. Now you may say, no, that's not true. You have to pull over. Well, if I'm on a trip, it's almost the same thing. Okay, it stopped. $75. Oh my gosh. And I'm not going to top this one off either. But let me tell you, so and if you're on a trip, that's one thing. You know, it does take a while to charge, but you do that whenever you eat. But normal everyday driving, I would never have to stop here. This has been a complete 10-minute waste of my time because I usually just go home and I just plug it in. It takes me 10 seconds. So just something to think about. Anyways, well, let's leave this depressing place and go over to Caliber and see how my truck's doing. All right, guys, back here at Caliber Collision. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hitting the deer on the highway. It was on the interstate. It was pretty crazy. And I'll actually show you in the video now here. If you look, you can see that there's a bunch of body damage, a lot of panels taken off, but there's no structural damage, which is actually really, really good. So it's actually not bad at all. I hope you're enjoying the little update, kind of making lemonade out of lemons here. Not the best situation. All right, guys, we're back now, and it's kind of interesting. It's coming along. I mean, they're ordering the parts and everything for the truck, so all those little pieces are taken off, so you can kind of see where the frame is. And actually, it didn't do too bad. It's just a lot of cosmetic damage. If you look, there's like a little bit of damage to like the very edge of the frame that protects the radiator right there, and it's just bent slightly. So they said that's not a problem. They're just going to bend that back. Now, if there was any damage to the frame, then they would not be able to work on it there. It would have to go to a special shop. So I'm glad that there's nothing like that. So they got the parts ordered, and they'll be getting it fixed up here soon, hopefully really soon, so I am not stuck at this. Actually, two other things I wanted to add to the little review that I did earlier I forgot to tell you about. This thing has cruise control, but it does not have adaptive cruise control, which I did not know that. So I'm setting it on cruise control, and I'm like, oh, that's getting a little close to that car in front of me. Anyways, so that's one thing I don't like. I thought adaptive cruise control was pretty much standard, and you know, it's 2024 vehicle, but I guess not. Anyway, so I don't like that. The other thing is the door handles on the outside. Whenever you go to unlock it, the Ford Lightning, you can stick your hand in behind it. It'll unlock the doors, but it'll do that from all four doors. This one only does it from the front two doors, so it won't do it from the back. So there's been a couple times where I try to load something in the back, and I'm opening and pulling on it, and I'm like, oh man. So anyways, yeah, so I just had to do it from the front. But yeah, those are the two things that I forgot to add. I'm probably going to be trading this in back with the rental car company, maybe get me something that doesn't cost as much on gas, because I'm so used to not spending as much. But actually, because it's really not that comfortable, sorry Ram fans, but it's really not. So anyways, hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. I'll try to keep you updated as what's going on here with getting the Lightning all fixed up. So appreciate you guys. See you on the next video.